Now, a certain guy played this gambit against me and I lost. And I'm talking about the Halloween Gambit. In my opinion, it is surely the spookiest way to start a game of chess. I mean, if you're a conservative chess player who doesn't like to give away pieces, it may indeed be too spooky for you. Now, in this video, I just want to straight away challenge some random chess players on Lichess using this gambit. But before I do that, I would like to take you through some of the necessary lines that you need to be aware of. So again, without wasting much of your time, the game starts as an e4 opening, knight f3, knight c6, normal stuff. From here, I recommend that you go knight c3. At this stage, this is known as the three knights opening. Knight f6 by black is by far the most played move according to the Lichess database and even in the Masters database. Now here is where you surprise your opponents by taking right away on e5 with your knight, hence sacrificing your knight for free. But at what cost? Watch. And after knight takes e5, pawn d4, grabbing more space, black plays knight c6. Just continue advancing your pawn to d5. Yes, black can play knight back to b8, which is not good according to Stockfish. But you know, sometimes black can also play knight back to e5. Well, this is even more dangerous because now we are going to go full beam with our pawns. Look at this gigantic center that we have and a lot of space. Position is about equal according to Stockfish, even though we are a piece down. So what are we learning so far in this gambit? Chess is not just about gaining material. Sometimes we do give up material in exchange for piece activity. And again, that's how I win most of my games online. Anyways, after pawn to e5, attacking the knight, knight g8 is again by far the most played move. Again, look at these pieces. Black's position looks so passive, and by now we are following an over-the-board game that was played in EU Championship Rapid in the year 2012 between Thomas and Bowski. The link for the PGN is in the description down below. After knight g8, white continued with pawn to d6, c takes d6, e takes d6. Again, if black does nothing here, we have queen e2 check, winning back our piece with a slight advantage. Black can again play queen f6 if they want, but here let's look at a queen b6. Knight b5 defends our pawn on d6 with plans to go to c7, forking the king and the rook on a8. So king d8 is the most played move in his position, and here, even though there are many moves that we can play, f5 is more flexible because it attacks a piece right away. So we force black to play knight e5 so that we can have another square where we can develop our dark squared bishop plus attacking our enemy's piece. So that is developing with tempo. That's why we played pawn to f5 previously. So f6 is what they play most of the times, defending the knight. And here we play queen d2. Idea is just to castle long and play bishop back to e3, attacking the queen. a6 is what they play most of the time. So we play bishop e3, attacking the queen. If queen c6, we have queen f5 check, king e8, and that's how we win back our piece with a great advantage. Because here knight c7 check is coming, winning the free rook, which is on a8. So again, don't be in a rush to win back your piece. Just grab as much space as you can and be developing your pieces on the most active squares, then you are good to go. Okay, that was in the knight c6 line. Let's look at another one before I play one game. Okay, back to this position. So we just sacrificed our knight on e5 and black took our knight. Then we play pawn to d4. So here we looked at what happens after the knight goes back to c6. But what if black plays knight g6? Well, again, the plan is very simple. We just continue matching with our pawns. I mean, that is the first step. So pawn to e5 attacks the knight on f6. Black plays knight g8. Now, step 2 is where we start developing our pieces, normally putting them on the most active squares. So you just finished attacking with your pawns and now there's nothing to attack here. So develop your light squared bishop to c4. Put your queen on f3 and h4. That is all you need to know in this line. So bishop c4, directly eyeing the f7 square. And in this position, black can either play bishop b4, pawn to d6, or pawn to d5, and you will just transpose back into one of the lines that we have already covered or that we are yet to cover. So for example, bishop b4 is by far the most played move in this position. Hey, just play queen f3 again, and so here black will play something like queen e7, stopping those ideas. And what did I say here? h4 is the way to go, intending to go h5 next, harassing black's knight on g6. Oh, wait a second. Black cannot take our pawn on h4 with the knight because we're just simply going to take the free knight with our rook, and black will lose his f7 pawn, not to mention that we also have rapid development from here. So bishop takes on c3 check is by far the most played move. I'm just showing you what people play here, only the top moves. So here we just take that bishop. Look at this gigantic center that we created. You can check this on Stockfish. Even though we are still down a piece, position is about equal because of the activity of our pieces. Anyways, pawn to h5 is what black will play most of the times. Now, right in this position, hold on. Yes, we can play bishop to g5, but that will just be a one mover. As black can play pawn to f6, we can't do anything about it. We would really love our king to be safe first, or better, the queen's rook to come on e1, which is why before playing bishop g5 here, we first of all play king f1. And trust me, in this position, you have higher chances of winning. You just play bishop g5, rook e1 with some nasty discovery ideas such as e takes on f6, and life goes on. Anyways, let's look at the last line. So back to this position again, black just took our free knight which we sacrificed on e5, and then we play pawn to d4. So we just looked at the knight c6 variation and the knight g6 variation. What if black plays knight eg4? Well, this is the simplest line because we're just going to continue with the pawns. It's all about the pawns in the Halloween Gambit. So e5 attacks the knight on f6. Our queen is directly eyeing the poor knight on g4, so black has to do something here. They'll play something like bishop b4 here, pinning our knight on c3. E takes f6, instantly taking back our piece. So we are no longer down a piece. Knight takes on f6 is forced because we were about to take black's knight on g4. And after this move, we just simply develop our light squared bishop, preparing to castle short, and white has a slight advantage. So again, this is one gambit that you can try in your blitz games, or your bullet games, or even your rapid games. Just like I said earlier on, sometimes you just need to have fun. I mean, you don't always have to be serious in life. This is not like a family meeting where issues of pregnancies and heartbreaks are discussed. I mean, we are just having fun, so don't be very serious. Anyways, let me end this video by challenging a random chess player on Lichess and see how this will turn out. Alright, and you guys, don't just watch these videos. Please consider subscribing to my channel because that encourages me to put in more effort when I'm making these videos for you guys, and that is the way you support my little works. Again, remember to hit the like button, share this video, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. And feel free to check out my courses. The link for my website is in the description down below, where you can purchase my courses at very affordable prices with just 1 or 2 clicks. And there we are talking about an average of 20 USD. Anyways, let's get back into the video. Okay, let's see what my opponent is going to do. Oh, I'm playing against a 2118 rated player. E4. Next, knight f3. Okay, knight f6, the Petrov. Let's go knight c3. Knight c6. Again, we are back into the 4 knights capture. Pawn to d4, attacking the knight. So now I can play d5, attacking the knight once again. f4. So again, attacking the knight. You can see all I'm doing is just gaining more space. d6. If c takes d6, e takes d6. Just like what I said, this is not a paid actor. Oh, f5. I've never seen this move before. So you see, just like I told you guys, your opponents will be confused. Can I take with n%? No. Your opponents will be confused with this opening because of the space advantage that you gain right away in the opening. So maybe I should just develop the bishop, the light squared bishop. Oh, n%? No, I can't take n% because the queen will take. So maybe I just develop the light squared bishop. Yes. Okay. Or maybe h4, then h5. Or h4 will provoke h5, and then I think h4, the idea is to go h4, yeah, h4, yes, because if he takes, he cannot take. I think black cannot take, he doesn't have to take. I have c4, bishop c4. I mean, if black takes on h4, I can also take on c7 with my pawn. I also have queen h5. Too many ideas. So knight takes h4, pawn takes on c7. Not to mention that I also have bishop c4. Okay, wow. So black just took on h4 with his knight. Can I take on c7? Can I go queen h5? I can take on c7, right? If I take on c7, I'll deflect the queen. I also have knight d5, so d takes c7. I also have knight d5 in the near future. Maybe if queen e7, if queen e7, knight, oh wow, now we can take the knight. Okay, I have queen h5 check, but I cannot play that, it's too obvious. See how advanced my pawns are. Maybe I can develop my dark squared bishop. Look at all of black's pieces at the back. Terrible. Okay, bishop b4 pinning my knight, so I can play bishop. Can I play bishop d2 and pinning my knight? So if bishop takes, I'll take, but I also have a discovery, knight d5, knight h6. What is that? Can I go queen h5? I think I can just sack on h6. Yes, this is what we call a position of sacrifice. So we sack so that we can get a good position. We can have a good position. I'll take that pawn if need be. So that's a check, by the way. Planning to castle long. Okay, now I can castle long, putting my king to safety before I start causing chaos. So if bishop takes, I'll take. I also have pawn e6. My bishop on c3 will be eyeing the rook on h8. So bishop takes on c3. e6 is coming. Discovery on the rook. Life is good. Wow. I can also take the pawn on f5. Wow, this is a very nice gambit. So okay, so f5, e6, opening up the way for my dark squared bishop. Okay, now this is losing. This is losing. I can go bishop f6 check. Okay, my opponent just resigned. Anyway, there was a mate in 4, so after rook e7, I was just going to take on e7 with my bishop, and after king takes on e7, I have queen f7 check. The king can't go to e8, so after king d8, there's checkmate either on e7 or f8. So that's checkmate there.